Welcome to our meet and greet for New Orleans Singles Weekend. My name is Tammy, and I'd like to introduce you to your concierge. Her name is June, and June is also living in Florida with me. And June, I'm going to let you take it from here. Welcome, everyone.
Hey.
So nice to meet both of you, and we'll just have a head start on everybody else. So I'm super excited. It's been a long year. Tammy and I were actually on my last trip of last year. We came back and it kind of like the world stopped. So I am so ready to get back to traveling and just having fun and being back with Singles Travel International and starting meeting new people like tonight. So I currently live on the west coast of Florida in Sarasota, and coming up this May, it'll be 9 years with Singles Travel that I've been a concierge. So loved every trip, every minute. So super excited and ready to get back to New Orleans, one of my favorite places. So I'll go ahead, and if you ladies don't mind, I'll let you just kind of introduce yourself quickly.
Hi, Jenny. Go ahead. Okay, I'm Jenny. I'm in New Bern, North Carolina, that's on the coast. I have been moving trips around all year. I've lost count of the cruises that have been canceled. I had airfare that I had to use, and I slept on it, and I got up the next day and said, well, I guess I'm going to have to go to New Orleans again. I've been there a couple of 3 times, probably. I've pretty much seen it all, but I'm anxious to go back because it's been a while. I'm anxious to get the hell out of Dodge.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So that's where I'm coming out. Renee, you're up.
I'm Renee. I actually live in Madison, Mississippi, which is about 3 hours from New Orleans. So I won't have to fly, but I will be down there. And I've been there a few times myself. Awesome. But it's always fun. There's always lots to do.
And you know what? It's the people that you're with, because you can go the same place many, many times, but you always have a different experience, and it's always a different vibe with the people that you're with. So that's why I love what I do. So, so on that note, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. And I just want to make sure, one of our, what we call is our little trip Bible is the final vacation details. And I just want to make sure both of you have accessed it. You know where to go on the website.
I did find it today.
You did find it? Yeah. Okay. Because that's why it has everything in it. And this is why Tammy's kind of, with an introduction with me, because with the new policies that we're rolling out in the Fit to Travel, we have that, we have a kind of a link on there. It's a Fit to Travel commitment that's within that document. Did you both find that? Okay.
Yeah, I did that today. I got it now.
Fantastic. I did mine today too.
All right.
Hey, June, let's do a screen share anyways, a recording for those who are going to get the recording who missed tonight. Let's show them where to find that document on the website.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and let me see if I can get on here and share screen.
Yeah, and while you're doing, just ask Renee and Jenny, what are you looking forward to most about visiting New Orleans this time? Since you've both been there, is there something?
Eating.
Okay.
I gotta get me a praline.
Oh, you say pralines, I say pralines. We got them. We got you covered.
Oh my gosh, you know what? There was no hesitation. That was awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. Okay, June.
Let me tell you my first trip to O'Brien's. I was younger and very naive, and my husband goes into this I didn't know what it was, and it was during the World's Fair that they had down there. And my kids were young, so he says, "I'm going inside for a minute. I'll be right back." He went into O'Brien's and got him a hurricane, and I didn't have a clue what he was doing. So just to celebrate his wonderful self, we need to go to O'Brien's and get us a hurricane.
Yeah, but you know, one thing you got to watch out for, Jenny, are those people that go around and they wait for those people to have 1 or 2 hurricanes. They
yeah.
start collecting glass and taking them up and turning them back in for the money.
Oh, you can do that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, you see it all at O'Brien's.
Okay.
There's other things that people are watching to take advantage of too after you've had a couple drinks at over.
Exactly.
I don't know, Jenny, maybe that'll be welcome.
Could be. Who knows? But I do have, now that you mentioned it, I've got glasses up, over my countertop. And I think I still have that hurricane glass in there. I'll have to check later on. Now that you brought
Oh, I must be cheap. I just get the plastic stuff.
Yeah.
it
Exactly.
up. No, I think mine's really glass in there. I'll have to.
That's why I said I must be cheap.
Oh, well, and that's the thing. This itinerary, it's set up, and we are going to eat, because definitely I am a foodie. When I'm not traveling, I'm catering and I'm love being around food, cooking myself, doing other stuff. So great. And since you've already been there, it's great food, just the whole vibe. So we're really excited. And if there's a restaurant that you really want to go to, I have encountered some that are, not back in full operation. So, like I said, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve as we all go back to New Orleans this time, as far as, what was, and, the businesses that are now open and yet to be open, kind of like our whole travel. I mean, it's still on that level. But so I don't know, are you able to see my screen now on the website?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so for those that aren't joining us tonight, that Tammy's recording for, I just want to make sure that they're able to go onto the trip. On the left-hand side, your travel documents, and it's going to bring up the New Orleans Music Festival. So our whole weekend. Wow, I'm so excited. My first trip back. So I want to point out, my number is here right at the beginning. So if there is anything, I know ahead of time Kim will be there, but once you start traveling, if you need to contact me, that's my cell. So text me. If you text me, put your name in there so I know who it's coming from. You can call me, whatever you need. So if I am there, I am working for you. I am going to be, just kind of that liaison, just, to make everything work great for you, for your vacation. So just below that is the COVID-19, the safety protocols. So we really want to make sure you ladies done your homework. You did really well. The fit and willing to travel commitment. That's what's really important. And I'm going to click on that just so it's recording and the others that may not have already done this can see. It's going to, the hyperlink will take you over to the commitment. And it's really super easy to fill out. But it's got some important stuff in here too. One being any allergies or things that I need to know about that I can relay to the restaurants that we're going to be attending. So it just kind of takes that out of your mind, and knowing that you can, if you do have food allergies, that you don't have to worry about it, because I've already addressed it, and they're going to be aware of everything ahead of time. And also, like Tammy said, I mean, this is really, as we get back into it, but the kind of the flagstone just Tammy has always went above and beyond to make every trip so memorable. And that she just kind of passed that torch to me when I did my first trip with her, to Savannah on the weekend. So if there is something that you're really interested in, let me know, because if it is foodie, or like I said, if it's a restaurant that you're really interested in going to, if it's just a certain jazz club, or just anything. I mean, like Jenny, like you just said, going back to O'Brien's, let's take it there. We can go. We've got plenty, we got plenty of time in the evenings, and just to make more memories. So we'll get you another glass for that shelf. So yeah, so I want to make sure that everybody is aware, and that we do need, this is really an important addition to our process now, is the Fit to Travel commitment.
And also, June, I'm just going to ask, inside that form, there are questions about what could make your trip special. And when you fill that out, June will get that information. She'll have a copy of everybody's documents. And and it is mandatory, guys. So make sure that you do fill it out and you sign off. I'm just going to say at this time, being through COVID-19, it was a really difficult time for everybody. And we are all unique. We're unique as snowflakes. And that's a good thing, right? Not just us here in the United States, all around the world. There's 7.5 billion people out there. And we all went through something unprecedented and new, and we're all dealing with it the best we can. So Singles Travel International is trying to create a safe environment. And then it's up to you, right? We need you to, the word respect is what I think is what I want to relate to everybody. It's a core value here at our team, respect, and knowing that each of us are different, respecting that the person who's on the trip with you could have a different perspective on this than you do. So, June's going to lead, and she's going to give everyone a mask and a little sanitizer with our logo on when you get there. She's going to ask you to sanitize every time you get together with our group. She's going to ask you to wear the mask when we cannot be in 6 feet or outdoors. And even if we're outdoors, she's going to try to keep you at 6 feet. Otherwise, you'll have to wear the mask. And if you don't do that, June is going to ask you to, she'll do it privately. She will, maybe Jenny, if you don't mind, I'll use an example. Let's say you show up to the bus and you don't have your mask on. She may wink at you or take you to the side and say, hey, Jen, don't forget your mask. She's not going to do that all weekend. So if somebody on the trip takes issue with the fact that we're asking us to do this out of respect for our fellow travelers, because we don't know, there might be somebody in the group who's still really fearful. They're brave enough to take the trip, but they're wanting to do it under the protocols that we promised as a company. We said that we were going to do masks. We said that we were going to sanitize, and we said that we're going to practice distancing. And so we can't go back on our word. We've been in business for 28 years and we have a very good reputation, and we want you to be able to trust us. So we want to respect you and we want you to trust us. And so June may ask you, if you forget, that's okay. But the Fit and Willing to Travel commitment is you saying that I am going to be equally respectful of my travel companions, even to the extent that when you first get together, you may want to look across the room. I mean, some of us are, bless you. Some of us are very, warm, and we like to be around each other. You might even think about, hey, like Renee, if I'm seeing you, Renee, do you mind if I stand closer? Do you mind if I approach you? Even though I'm wearing a mask, are you comfortable if I approach you? Because not everybody is yet. Now, some of us have the vaccines, and so especially those of us who have the vaccines, we're kind of already forgetting that there was even COVID. Keep your mask and be respectful to the others by asking, do you mind if I stand nearer to you? They may say no, right? So some people may not be comfortable they're in a new environment, they're making new friends. The last thing you want to do is, hey, please keep your distance, right? It's the opposite of what we espouse at Singles Travel International, which is making new friends and meeting new people. So if you take it upon yourself to be the one that asks permission, then you know that that's being respectful to others. They may say, yeah, gosh, Renee, don't even worry about it. Okay, good. Now you've got the permission. So it's a small gesture, not something that you might think about, but we hope that that makes it easier for everybody to be in the same space together and nobody feels badly. June is going to do, as she said earlier, she's your concierge. So she's more than a liaison. Believe me, she wants to hear what you want to get out of the weekend, and she's going to do everything possible. And if there's anything, she wants you to tell her up front, privately, difficult conversations sometimes, but go to her, take her to the side. June, I'm noticing this, or I'd really love that, because she will do everything possible on the 4 days that you're in New Orleans. If you come home and put something in the survey and didn't give her a chance to fix it or make it better, you only have that one chance, right? So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but she's there for you. She is your advocate. She is your concierge. She's our representative, and she will move mountains for you during this weekend. And so now with this added COVID safety, we all can get on our way and have a really good time together. So, all right. Thank you.
Perfect. So do either of you have any concerns with the protocol? Or, I mean,
No.
it's pretty much our norm. So, I mean, and we're just gonna, just kind of keep moving in that direction. As Cami said, most of us, I've been vaccinated. I've gotten both my shots. So many of us are starting, but, again, it still doesn't prevent you that you could get it again. So yeah, everybody's different. I don't want to deal. I don't want you to have to deal with it.
I've had both of my shots, and I've been sitting here since February of last year, so I am so ready.
So ready, right?
So ready. And I have twin granddaughters that are 7, and I just got to hug them last week. So, I'm ready.
Well, I told my family, I said, I love them dearly, but this is the longest I've spent with my family in over 10 years.
Oh my.
It's been interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Well, I've been home alone. So, and talking to my son on the phone, and when he comes over, we wear a mask and the whole 9 yards. Now we don't have to do that anymore, so it's nice.
Good.
The last thing on the agenda for tonight is the excursions. So we've got some extra excursions. June, maybe you can share the screen again and show everybody where to book those.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let me get back on my screen here.
Thanks.
Give me 1 second, guys. Get my screen. Yep. Here we go. Okay, so I think, and let's see, we've got our optional tours. So under, still in the final vacation details, just scrolling down to optional tours, it has the listing. So for the jazz brunch on Saturday afternoon, I believe, well, most everybody is booked. So
I'm actually there, but my name doesn't appear anywhere.
Right. This was done in advance, but I I think right now they have, I know you're on there, Renee, and Jenny,
Yeah.
you're on there.
And I'm not, if you scroll back up, I'm not leaving until the 11th, but it has me leaving on the 10th.
Departure. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna spend the night at the 10th in the hotel, and then I'm leaving.
Okay.
I know what, Judy, I do believe that Kim's gonna have to fix this because the program was 8 to 11. So we know for recordings purposes,
Okay,
these 8 to the 11th, and these folks are staying an extra night,
Right.
12.
As well as I. And then the other, we have and then Sunday, the jazz brunch at Murals. Again, you would just click here to book now, but, and just for those, I'll click just so they can see depending on how long it takes.
Great. And while you're doing that, I'll just say that for those who want to join the brunch, but are flying home that day, you really do have to have a flight that leaves after 3 p.m. in order to make it, because brunch is at 10:30. So by the time you finish at 12:30, you could be at the airport at 1:30. That's really cutting it close. So you really need a flight 3:30 or later to go home and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
My
But
favorite.
as you can tell, the link takes you back over to the website and all of the different options. But Tammy, you said the deadline is by
Tomorrow. So we're asking
tomorrow.
you to do, if you haven't booked it yet, let's do it by tomorrow because we have to get those reservations in before everything is sold out.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow would be our deadline. Thank you. Great.
So good. But
How about going to the chat for a second? Let's do that. That's not on here, but let's kick back to info and see where the chat is for anybody who's a newcomer and they want to say hello to the other travelers. They can just scroll down and use the left nav bar.
okay.
Yeah, just scroll down.
Next,
Yeah.
the trip chat.
There you go. So there's something going on, not much lately, but
Yeah.
lots
Yeah,
of conversations. You know why? Because we rolled this over 4 times already, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, this is supposed to be.
apparently this was a trip for last year that got canceled.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
exactly. So if you go to the top and let's say you have to be logged in to be able to access. So here it's allowed June to join the discussion because she's going on the trip. You would also have that same where it says join the discussion, start your own topic, and you can just type the message. And, show you a sample there.
Yeah. And then we'll post it right through.
Right. And there was a little box, if you wanted to, you could have checked it, then you would get notifications if anybody answered you back. That goes in your regular email box. And now if you want to hit reply, the edit button you won't see because June's an admin. So, but you would,
Yeah.
reply, and then you just answer. Sometimes people ask questions. How do I write back? You have to hit that little yellow plus. And it's that easy. And then these messages come into your in-mail. Somebody, answers you, it'll come into your inbox. So that's great. Great. All righty.
Do you have any questions for me?
I'll remember what the question is as soon as
As soon as we get off the trip. Exactly.
Oh, the shuttle, the group shuttle, they're not going to be available to May 1st. I found that out today. I guess the only way to get there is taxi
Or Uber.
or Uber.
Last time I was there, they were allowed.
Taxis or Ubers or Lyfts.
Yeah.
Uber, June? Did you say Uber? You think Uber's
I typically, well, Uber or Lyft.
Yeah. I read that Uber was only like $4 difference.
They're very similar in New Orleans. They're very similar. So what's more convenient for you? Some people like that because they earn points and different things, but whatever is the most convenient.
Oh, that.
Super.
Okay.
All right, well, let's recap. We're gonna, we'll see you there. Put June's number in your phone.
It's there.
They use it. It'll be so much easier. And she sometimes, she has all of you guys in there too. So if something changes or updates, she'll text everyone. So it's a really nice way to stay connected on our domestic trips.
Well, they're in phase 3 now, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Wonderful. Well, and also we're always looking to share the story, right? There's so many people now. You have both been on Single Life Today during COVID. You've started to create some really nice relationships. You're now going to go on a trip. And there's a lot of single people out there who are still hesitant. So if June asks you for a testimonial, let's say you're having a great time and you're, open to that, she might ask you a couple questions. And don't worry, just, offer your story. Just tell your story. You don't have to say STI is great. You don't have to even say June's great if you want. But I mean, just tell your story like, hey, I'm a single person. I'm from Tennessee or Mississippi or, South Carolina. And I was really nervous about doing this the first time. But I know once I got here, I met really nice people. And so it's just whatever your story is will be helpful to others out there who are trying to build the courage to do it. And so June asks you and you guys are willing, that'd be awesome.
I have really enjoyed Vicky's videos that she's done from Mexico. It's almost like being there. It was really nice. And I think that's on your Single Life Today on Facebook.
It's on Facebook, right? So that's what I'm saying. June might do the same thing with you. Today I posted a testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we encourage others. And you guys know that we're all about helping singles get to that next step, right? And so they will hear it from me. They'll be like, oh, well, she's the owner of the company. And even, June, but June and I have been doing this. You heard her for 9 years together and we have changed so many lives. Last time she was in New Orleans, there was a gal who wanted to be a chef. This was one of her ambitions. And June got her into the kitchen with the chef at one of the most famous restaurants in New Orleans. Can you imagine that lady? And she got to talk to the chef. And so just know that that's what our intention is. And for people out there to hear that there's a group of folks that really care about them when they take a vacation and want to make sure that they get everything out of it. It's far more than just stepping on a bus, right? So Jenny, you enjoyed those videos. Please share, and then you will be the star.
I've shared them.
So thanks. We appreciate it. And now you guys were coming out of our recovery here. So every kind word helps. And June, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, thank you both for your time this evening.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Nice to
looking
meet you.
forward to next week.
Yay!
Definitely.
Next week.
All
Oh
right.
my God. You know what? I'm going tomorrow for my first haircut.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, thanks everybody so much. And I'm going to watch you. I will live vicariously through you on Facebook. So please show me everything and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay.
Well, we're disappointed you're not
Bye.
going.
Bye.